Ukraine launched its biggest drone attack on Moscow on Tuesday, with at least 91 drones targeting the Russian capital. Russian officials said the attack killed at least one person, sparked fires, and forced dozens of flights to be diverted. Russia's defense ministry stated that a total of 337 Ukrainian drones were downed across Russia, including 91 over the Moscow region and 126 over Kursk, where Ukrainian forces had been pulling back. The attack coincided with Ukrainian officials meeting with the US team in Saudi Arabia to explore peace talks, while Russian forces attempted to encircle Ukrainian soldiers in Kursk. Moscow Mayor 𝐄𝐧𝐠𝐸 said air defenses continued repelling attacks as Russia built. He described the assault as the most massive attack of enemy UAVs on Moscow. Governor Andriy Vorobyov reported one fatality and 3 injuries, stating that some residents in the Ramenskoye district were evacuated. Russia's aviation watchdog announced the suspension of flights at Moscow's 4 airports, along with closures in Yaroslavl and Nizhny Novgorod. While US President Donald Trump reiterated his commitment to peace, the battlefield remained active with the Russian offensive in Kursk and ongoing Ukrainian drone strikes on Russian infrastructure. Both Moscow and Kyiv had expanded drone warfare, utilizing commercial drones as lethal weapons. Russian President Vladimir Putin condemned Ukrainian drone attacks on civilian infrastructure as terrorism and vowed a response. Civil liberties organizations and academics raised alarm over the detention of Mahmoud Khalil, a Palestinian student activist at Columbia University, calling it a serious breach of free speech rights under the administration of President Donald Trump. Al Jazeera reported. Free speech groups pointed out that the Department of Homeland Security accused Khalil of leading activities aligned with Hamas, a designated terrorist organization. But analysts noted that the department's allegation fell short of more tangible claims. US law, for instance, prohibited anyone in the country's jurisdiction from providing a material support to terrorist organizations. Will Creeley, legal director of a free speech group, told Al Jazeera that the legal framework had significant loopholes, making enforcement difficult. He also said that the rhetoric from the administration at the time created a chilling effect, making people hesitant to criticize the government, whether in the US or Israel, which he considered a serious concern. Reports of gunfire on a Peshawar-bound train in Balochistan emerged on Tuesday, prompting the provincial government to declare an emergency. According to Balochistan government spokesperson Shahidrin, the Jaffar Express was targeted between Pero Kundri and Gadalar while traveling from Quetta to Peshawar. The train, carrying around 500 passengers, was halted in tunnel number 8 by armed men. A senior police official confirmed that the train remains stranded in a mountainous area near Sibi, making access difficult for rescue teams. Emergency measures have been implemented, with ambulances and security forces dispatched to the site. The railway department has sent additional trains to assist with rescue operations. Meanwhile, hospitals in Sibi and Quetta have been placed on high alert, with medical staff called in as a precaution. Since Home Minister Ziaul Hassan Langer condemned the attack, stating that some passengers were injured and vowing that authorities would take action against those responsible. Balochistan has seen a rise in terrorist attacks over the past year. A recent security report noted a significant increase in militant activity. Meanwhile, Pakistan has reiterated its commitment to taking all necessary measures to eliminate terrorist threats originating from Afghanistan. Addressing the UN Security Council, Pakistan's permanent representative to the UN, Munir Akram, criticized Kabul's failure to curb terrorist outfits like the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, Al-Qaeda and Baloch insurgent groups which continue to operate from Afghan soil. Akram accused Afghan authorities of not just tolerating but actively supporting the TTP, which has around 6,000 fighters and is increasingly aligning with other anti-Pakistan groups.
That the Kabul authorities have not only tolerated but are complicit in the conduct of the TTP's terrorist cross-border attacks. Further, the TTP is collaborating with other terrorist groups present in Afghanistan, like the BLA and the Majid Brigade, which seek to destabilize Pakistan and disrupt our economic cooperation with China, especially the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor.
While security remains a major concern, Pakistan is also battling an environmental emergency. The country has ranked third among the world's most polluted nations in 2024, according to a report by Swiss air technology company 𝐒𝐭𝐲. Pakistan's smog crisis hit record levels, particularly in Punjab, where the situation was declared a calamity as millions suffered from severe health issues. In response, the government enforced emergency measures including school closures and lockdowns to curb pollution levels. The 𝐒𝐭𝐲 report revealed that Pakistan's PM 2.5 levels harmful particulate matter were nearly 15 times higher than the safe limits set by the World Health Organization. Cities like Lahore, Multan, Peshawar, and Sialkot ranked among the most polluted urban centers in the Central and the South Asian region.